Look, we'll get to the main point of the video in a second, but I wanted to talk about this thing. Let me turn it off. This is the softbox that I ordered a few weeks ago when we made that one video. And if you look, it doesn't... I'm pretty sure these are supposed to stay like open like that, right? It's supposed to stay open like that. You put the gel, film, whatever thing you want to call it in front of it, and that does that. But if I let go, it kind of smushes down and doesn't really... It doesn't hold up the weight of the softbox itself. Now, hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the show. In this episode is going to be a little bit of a retrospective on the weekend project that we did, the Why I Don't Daily Upload project, 3-part project. Go ahead and check it out, guys, if you have not watched it already. We're going to be looking back through those videos. We're going to be talking about why I made those videos, going over what I said in them, and really just a deep dive into the future of the channel. So guys, let's get going. Watching Cody Warner's content on Friday when Peter McKinnon uploaded his collab with him, and that really inspired me to dive back into daily uploading to see where I could go if I were to try it again, because I feel like I've learned a lot since last August, about a year ago when I was first daily vlogging. Last July I think is when I started. It was my last closing weekend at work. I wanted to really document that, as well as take you guys on a journey through exploring why I moved away from daily content. I really didn't sleep that much, which wasn't something that I had factored in when I decided to make those 3 videos. I knew in my head that I would film at work, come home, and then I would have to edit, export, and upload, and then go to bed. But the thing I didn't factor in was when I'm closing on the weekend, sometimes I could get home at 11:45, around midnight, or I could be home closer to somewhere around 2 in the morning. So I wasn't getting as much sleep as I would have liked to. That's not me saying that I regret doing it at all. I absolutely am happy that I made those videos. But sleeping was one thing that took a little bit of a hit. One of the things I brought up was I moved away from daily content when I started diving into doing things on Twitch. I have not live streamed on Twitch in not a very long time, but in a pretty long time. I moved away from it because my computer wasn't powerful enough to run the games that I wanted to stream and stream at the same time, and I was having trouble kind of finding my voice through that medium, so I fell back. I mean, as bad as that sounds, I fell back on my camera and on my making videos, because I knew that I burned my mouth on the Hot Pocket in the beginning of the video. Back in February, we talked about how I really wasn't eating as much as I should and the struggles that I was having then. I'm happy to report that I am eating more now, and that makes me very happy. It's just, I'm better with that. I thought I didn't do enough to justify daily content, that I didn't live an interesting enough life. And that, I feel like, is part of the challenge of just making content in general, is to take things that people don't normally look at and to make them interesting. That's what I do with the content that I produce, is I try to take, I've said it before, I try to provide perspective on what I perceive to be a normal life. I don't live a life of lavish extravagance or anything like that. Like I said previously, I'm a 20-year-old just trying to make it here on my own and find my way through whatever this is, this being YouTube, this being everything that's around me. Just trying to make it. And at the end of the video, we talked about how I had been smoking cigarettes. I bought that pack on that Friday. I finished it. I smoked the last cigarette in that pack Sunday before work, so around 11:30, and I'm very happy to report that I have not smoked a cigarette since. It has been 3 days since filming this. 4 days it'll be when this video goes up. I'm done. I'm done with cigarettes. It's not going to do anything good for me, and it's just not worth it. So I'm committing to myself that I'm not going to stop smoking cigarettes. I haven't hit a vape that's had any nicotine in it. I have been cold turkey done. She asked me for a ride, and no, I'm not going to do it. In part 2, we then talked about how I felt that I had kind of burnt myself out on making YouTube videos in general, and I think that was just because I had jumped in from doing nothing to making videos every day on top of the working that I was doing. So I wasn't accustomed to the new workload. I think what I've been doing now has been better. Just making that one video a week has been able to allow me to ease myself into making content more, which is why I'm at a point where I want to start increasing that workload. There's a little bit of art here around in the backyard that you've seen. I personally am more of a homebody in that I like to stay at home. I like to be in my room and spend time with myself. My roommates, on the other hand, are a bit more of the adventurous type in the things that they do, which I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I've just learned personally that I like to keep it chill. We also introduced the idea of a Tuesday, Thursday upload schedule, which I think is what I will end up falling on, and I specifically wanted to talk about my friend Evan. Sent me a text earlier today telling me that he had finished watching the videos and told me what he thinks about them. First of all, I wanted to say this on camera. Evan, I honestly can't thank you enough for the support that you have given me over the years, and especially recently with my making of my supporting me with my YouTube channel and just being open to helping me do things and providing words of encouragement. I really appreciate it. I hope you and Emma are doing great, and I just wanted to say how much I appreciate you as a friend. Yeah, that's it. On to part 3. Keep your promises. If you make a promise to someone, you should keep that promise. It doesn't matter if you're upset, if you've had a long day, whatever has happened. If you don't have your word, then what do you have? If you break your word with people, then there's nothing to go off of. So if you make a promise, keep it. I think that that's really important. And if you break promises, that can really affect how people view you. So just some advice for you guys out there. Part 3, we talked about not limiting ourselves to create how we want to create. Analyze after, I think would be a good way of putting it, is while you're making, focus on making. Don't focus on how you think this might turn out or how this might turn out. Make what you want to make. When you're done with it, then you can look at it, look back at the process and see what you can learn from that. But if you cut yourself off halfway, you're not going to learn anything. You're not going to learn how to become a better creator. You're not going to make better videos. You're not going to make better art pieces. You're not going to make better songs if you don't finish your work. That text thing that I did when I had written down that note to myself in my book and I did the text on the screen, I thought that was really cool. That took me a long time to do, so I'm glad that it turned out well. And the whole photography thing. So that, ladies and gentlemen, has been a retrospective into the Why I Don't Daily Upload project. I learned a lot over the last weekend about the way I make my content, why I make it the way I make it, and I learned that I want to do more. So that all has me incredibly excited. I hope you guys are excited for it as well. If you are, hit that like button and leave a comment down below. On your way out, if you have not already, let that truck pass by, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. Make sure you get notifications whenever videos go live. Videos are always up on the channel Thursdays at noon, and we're gonna start throwing Tuesdays at noon up on the channel pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.